If we were to envision how to confront the challenges of 2020, it might resemble something like this. When Josep Bartomeu assumed the presidency of Barcelona in January 2014, he inherited arguably the most prestigious football club in the world. During his initial season, Bartomeu's most utilised starting lineup in the 2014-15 campaign boasted renowned figures such as Piqué, Alves, Busquets, Mascherano, Neymar, and Messi. Additionally, stalwarts like Andrés Iniesta and Luis Suarez made over 40 appearances each. The attacking trio of Messi, Suarez, and Neymar netted an impressive total of 122 goals that season, while Busquets anchored the midfield with finesse. Barcelona flaunted one of the most formidable attacking midfield combinations in football history, culminating in triumphs over Real Madrid for the La Liga title, Athletic Club in the Copa del Rey, and a dominant performance in the Champions League final, where they secured the double and became the first team in Europe to clinch the Continental treble since Pep Guardiola's era in 2008-09. This was the Barcelona team Bartomeu inherited in 2014. Yet, within a mere 6 years, Barcelona's decline, considering the caliber of players at the club's disposal in 2014, has been staggering. Despite their prowess, Barcelona has not clinched the Champions League since 2015. They have struggled to fill the void left by departing key players and failed to fully harness the potential talent emerging from La Masia. Only the exceptional brilliance of Lionel Messi has consistently propelled the team's contention for La Liga titles. Over the past 5 seasons, Barcelona has suffered notable defeats in Europe, including losses to Atletico Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, AS Roma, Liverpool, and most recently, a humiliating 8-2 defeat to Bayern Munich. This trend underscores a worrisome pattern of deteriorating performances and outcomes in Europe's premier knockout competition. And it is emblematic of the broader decline of FC Barcelona, a decline that has been gradually unfolding. While spectators may observe from the sidelines, the internal erosion has been underway for many years. To comprehend the predicament of Barcelona and the challenges faced by its embattled president, Josep Maria, one must grasp the intricate political dynamics within FC Barcelona. In the United Kingdom, where a majority of our viewers hail from, and indeed across much of the footballing world, clubs are typically governed by owners or chairpersons. An owner might acquire a club and assert direct control, or they might appoint a chairman or chief executive to oversee operations. For instance, West Ham is co-owned and managed by David Gold and David Sullivan, while Manchester United is owned by the Glazer family, with day-to-day affairs overseen by the club's vice-chairman, Edward Woodward. While both these regimes have faced opposition from supporters on occasion, there's often little recourse for fans to influence or alter the club's management structure. They may protest by withdrawing their support, such as cancelling memberships or season tickets. However, the allure of the Premier League to a global audience means that departing fans are easily replaced by tourists, whose one-off visits generate substantial revenue, thus making them more appealing to club stakeholders than the dissenting supporters. However, the situation differs at FC Barcelona. Barcelona is owned collectively by its supporters, who participate through membership or subscription, granting them privileges such as priority access to tickets, the option to purchase season tickets, and the right to vote on various club matters. The most significant vote of all occurs in the presidential elections held every 6 years, a process analogous to Premier League supporters having the opportunity to vote on their club's chairman every 6 years, except at Barca. As fans effectively own the club, there is no authority higher than the president. Yet, this democratic structure inevitably gives rise to significant political manoeuvring and contention within the club. Bobby Robson described his tenure at Camp Nou as navigating through a highly politicized environment, a realm he admitted he wasn't adept at maneuvering. Indeed, the political landscape at Barcelona is perennially charged, with presidents vying not only to bolster the squad with top-tier players and secure the club's short and long-term prosperity, but also to maintain popularity and secure re-election. The electoral process renders Barcelona akin to a sovereign state, where, akin to a head of state or prime minister, the incumbent president faces opposition, oftentimes multiple contenders, who are unafraid to criticize or capitalize on any opportunity for advantage, just as it falls upon the opposition to scrutinize and offer alternative policies to the government of Boris Johnson in the United Kingdom. Those vying for election in the upcoming Barcelona presidential race similarly critique the incumbent president's leadership. Few individuals encapsulate the internal strife and political dynamics of FC Barcelona as vividly as Sandro Rosell. In 2003, Rosell joined forces with Laporta, assuming the role of vice president, and together they garnered significant support from club members. However, Rosell's tenure was marred by discord, leading to his resignation in 2005, alongside 5 other board members, becoming a vocal critic of the presidency under Yo and reporters. Rosell went on to author a book in 2006 titled Welcome to the Real World, lambasting reporters' leadership at Barca. Nevertheless, his timing was unfortunate, coinciding with Barcelona's triumph in the Champions League, the club's first since Johan Cruyff's era in 1992. Laporta's presidency was heavily influenced by the teachings and footballing philosophies of Cruyff, which proved instrumental in Barcelona's success. Laporta's astute signings, such as Ronaldinho, Deco, and Samuel Eto'o, alongside his bold managerial appointments of Frank Rijkaard and Pep Guardiola, yielded remarkable results. Additionally, La Masia, under Laporta's stewardship, cultivated a generation of exceptional young talents like Xavi Hernandez, Andres Iniesta, and Lionel Messi, seamlessly integrating them into the first team. This period, under Laporta's leadership, marked the pinnacle of Barcelona's success, arguably assembling the greatest football team in history. The club's ability to sustain this success over the past decade can be attributed to the legacy of Robson's regime and the players nurtured from La Masia during his tenure. However, Laporta's presidency was not devoid of controversy. While Laporta openly identifies as a Catalan nationalist and has been a vocal supporter of Catalan independence from Spain, his association with controversial figures and his own governance came under scrutiny during his tenure. In October 2005, it came to light that Laporta's brother-in-law and fellow board member, Alexandre Chavarria, was affiliated with the Francisco Franco National Foundation, a group advocating for a revisionist and more favorable portrayal of Spain's former fascist dictator. Initially refuting the accusations, Laporta eventually acknowledged them. Although Chavarria resigned from the Barcelona board, he continued to be involved in certain aspects of the club's operations. Additionally, Laporta faced accusations of harboring authoritarian tendencies, as well as allegations of financial mismanagement, notably from Sandro Rosell. These issues, compounded by the struggles of Barcelona's basketball team, culminated in an unsuccessful vote of no confidence in 2008 and Laporta's defeat in the presidential election to Sandro Rosell in 2010. Ironically, Josep Bartomeu, who succeeded Laporta as president, had been head of Barcelona's basketball section during Laporta's presidency. Bartomeu later became vice president in 2010, before assuming the presidency in 2014, following Laporta's resignation amidst ongoing investigations. Bartomeu's re-election in 2015 was contentious, facing criticism from many Barcelona supporters who favoured former President Pamela Laporta. Bartomeu's tenure was marked by controversy, including a transfer ban, tax evasion scandals, and contentious sponsorship deals. Critics argue that under Bartomeu's leadership, Barcelona has been poorly managed, deviating from its traditional ethos and losing sight of its long-term objectives. the club's transfer dealings have been particularly scrutinized, with several high-profile signings failing to deliver value for money. For instance, the signings of Arda Turan, André Gomes, and Felipe Coutinho were deemed expensive and ultimately unsuccessful, contributing to significant financial losses. As a result, Barcelona's once vaunted La Masia Academy, which once produced a wealth of world-class talent, has faltered under Bartomeu's administration. The club's short-term approach to transfers and neglect of youth development have led to a decline in homegrown talent, contrasting sharply with the successes of the Johan Cruyff era. Overall, Bartomeu's presidency has been characterized by mismanagement and financial extravagance, culminating in the club's humiliating 8-2 defeat to Bayern Munich in the Champions League. Barcelona paid $120 million to activate Antoine Griezmann's release clause, expecting a strong performance, yet the Frenchman only managed 9 league goals in his debut season. More recently, the club spent $60 million to acquire 30-year-old Bosnian midfielder Miralem Pjanic, following a lackluster season at Juventus. These are just a few examples of the poor business decisions made during Josep Bartomeu's tenure. Additionally, the departures of club legends such as Xavi Hernandez, Dani Alves, Javier Mascherano, and Andrés Iniesta have left significant gaps in the team, without adequate contingency plans in place. Under Laporta's presidency, the club nurtured talents like Carles Puyol and Rafael Marquez, who passed down their knowledge to the likes of Xavi, Iniesta, and Messi. However, in recent years, Barcelona has struggled to replicate this success in grooming young talents from La Masia for the first team. The departure of Neymar in 2017 for a record-breaking fee further weakened the squad, with the club failing to reinvest the funds wisely. The subsequent signings of players like Ousmane Dembélé and Felipe Coutinho failed to deliver commensurate results, leading to financial losses and a decline in on-pitch performance. Barcelona's reliance on the success of past regimes has become glaringly evident, with a lack of strategic planning and investment in the club's future. The mismanagement under Bartomeu's leadership has led to a decline in the club's identity and ethos, resulting in poor results and a departure from the principles that once made Barcelona great. The club's failure to nurture and develop young talent from La Masia underscores a broader issue of neglect and short-sightedness within the organization. The recent controversies surrounding Bartomeu, including the social media scandal and allegations of mismanagement, have further eroded trust and confidence in his leadership. With calls for his resignation mounting, the future of Barcelona hangs in the balance. However, the club's enduring legacy and global appeal offer hope for a resurgence under new leadership. While the road ahead may be challenging, Barcelona remains a symbol of excellence in the world of football, with the potential to reclaim its former glory with the right vision and leadership in place. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for supporting the channel. See you soon.